every child needs a father. And so I feel like when you just decide, because I have money, I can do this by myself, and you're looking at something, whether it serves you or not, it's just a very selfish act. And that alone says she's not ready for motherhood at all.
According to People magazine, Eboni K Williams is officially pregnant via sperm donor. In this video, I'm going to show you the backstory and her reasons why she decided to become a single mother by choice. And if you wait to the end of the video, I'm going to disclose my take on all of this. Eboni K, I guess she froze her eggs when she was 34 years old. That was 6 years ago. Now she's 40 and she actually is going through the whole in vitro IVF and actually got an embryo, and now they implanted it in her body, and now she's like 3-4 months pregnant.
Black women are availing ourselves to all of the options that our hard work and circumstances currently afford us. And that means that single motherhood by choice is going to be an option that more and more Black women consider and even exercise.
I am struggling. I am mentally struggling. Just being a single mom and having to do everything on my own.
So anybody that's in their feelings about that can go ahead and start to process right now. Black women are no longer subject to the desperation of being chose, because now we get to do the choosing.
The hell if she ever is going to submit and obey a man in marriage, she'll just do this on her own.
And this right here is the theme of this entire argument, that women get to choose now. It's not about family. It's not about purpose. It's about control.
Some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all, they are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Okay.
When she said she wouldn't date a bus driver, I didn't think no more about her. I didn't know she still existed. That's how I looked at her. So if she gonna have 10 more kids, I won't cover it. I mean, cause she don't exist to me. Not because she's a single mom, but because the fact that she thinks she's too good for a bus driver.
The standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well, I would date a bus driver.
And as we choose, we do have to contend with the reality of a dismally small supply of Black sperm. Because most Black women on this journey, we want to create children that look like us and that look like our families. And that means we want Black sperm.
Eboni K's arguments are full of contradictions, but this being one of the most prominent ones. If you want to have a child that looks like you, therefore from a Black man or Black sperm, then why would you be engaged to this man? Which, by the way, at the time of their engagement, he was 53 years old and he had 3 grown adult children.
Now, I am extremely fortunate that I was able to secure 2 vials of Black sperm from California Cryobank. I say go ahead and start looking right now for desirable Black sperm.
That just sounds like a Pornhub search term.
Listen, I know that many are going to question or even indict the decision that I and many other Black women are making to become single mothers by choice.
So instead of telling Black women to go out there and find a good man, she's telling people to go out and buy sperm from cryobanks. Either way, a lot of people disagreed with this. Take a look at what this guy and this lady had to say about it.
All part of a rejection of a biblical worldview and Christianity. Feminism is the enemy of truth. It's the enemy of Christianity. It's the enemy of male leadership. It is the bane of society.
I completely agree with that. In fact, feminism hold this L, and to all you intellectual black women, y'all need to give up on these hackneyed old ideas and instead become independent thinkers.
This is evil, is what it is. But your thoughts as a mother of three?
Yes, I'm starting to feel like a tape recorder, Jason, because we have so many women that are just this stupid. And when it comes to Eboni K Williams, they continue to put her out front in front of everybody to just tell her stupid opinions. I think this is really dumb. As a mother of three, it's very selfish to go at this alone. When she talks about getting in a relationship that doesn't serve her, this isn't about serving you, and you're not having this child to serve you. Once you become a parent, it is all about that child. It is about sacrifices, and it's not just money. It bothers me that she, because she has money, feels like this should be a good option for black women. This is the same thing they've continued to tell men, or denigrate men or be condescending towards men if they don't make a certain amount. They feel like they aren't worthy enough. This is why you have people like Nick Cannon, who do make a lot of money, that's just sowing his seed in every garden, but he's not available to be there consistently to nurture and water that seed to watch it grow. Everything is not about money. When it comes to raising children, they need your time, they need your energy. This woman has a career, and all she cares about is money. What about the aspect of the male that this little girl will not have? Every child needs a father. And so I feel like when you just decide, because I have money, I can do this by myself, and you're looking at something, whether it serves you or not, it's just a very selfish act. And that alone says she's not ready for motherhood at all. I feel really sorry for this little girl who may have all of the shoes, all of the clothes. She may be able to participate in dance and gymnastics because her mom is successful, but she's missing something. And it's really sad that Eboni K Williams is so educated, but she's too stupid to realize this. And I'm tired of having to say the same thing.
She's coming for her. But it's true. There's so many people that are so smart that they're dumb, that they can't understand that, hey, look, just because you have money doesn't mean a child needs nothing else. A lot of people come to this conclusion because they didn't have money as a kid. So their assumption is, well, as long as I have money, I could buy everything else. But let me tell you something. There's a saying, and I really agree with it. Some people are so poor, all they have is money.
I even hate to call her educated at this point because she's mostly just miseducated and or retarded. And what's really, it makes me like, there's more to this story that we'll never know. But there's far more, because she's an attractive woman, has options. If she wanted to get married or find a man to have a child with, she could do that. So this is just clearly a choice. And it makes me say, oh, there's something wrong here. She's mentally unstable. Or if we were sitting around a kitchen table and wasn't on this show, we'd be sitting around talking about, what's wrong with her coochie? I mean, literally, we that's the conversation that people will be having. It's like, something's going on here because she's making a choice to do this alone. And it just makes me say, something ain't right. Something, there's a stench, there's something.
They're pretty much saying that something's not right because she should be able to attract some kind of man, right? So what's repelling men that she desires that she could probably sleep with? Like, let's be honest, Eboni K probably could sleep with the men she wants to sleep with. However, these men are not trying to have long-term relationships with her, and that's probably why she's frustrated. This is probably why she decided, you know what, I'm tired of waiting. I want a kid when I want one, and she definitely wants to be in control as well.
Just not right. And she's, I mean, and seriously, Shamika, that's all I can think of, because it's an attractive woman. She's, I would assume she's not in a great deal of debt. She's got options. And for her to conclude, you know what the best option for me is? To do it all by myself. Again, it speaks to she's not thinking about the child. All she's doing is thinking about herself. And that's the mentality that I feel like we can't shake from women right now, is like they think the whole world is just about them. And maybe we've told them that. We sit around and say, happy wife, happy life. And they've bought it.
I prefer the saying, happy man is God's plan. Okay? And you're right. We're never going to know why, exactly why. Because if you look at her picture, she looks attractive, right? She's half naked in this picture, posing for People magazine, and she doesn't look like an unattractive woman, right? That anyone would be excited for that to be the woman carrying his child. But the fact that she froze her eggs at 34, and then 6 years later she still couldn't find anyone, so she had to turn to a sperm bank, is mind-blowing.
I don't care what any baby mama say. Having to raise your kids by yourself is not a flex. And this is coming from a single mother. Listen to your sister. Don't let any baby mama deceive you into believing that being a single mother is more convenient than being a wife. You hear me? When I was pregnant with my daughter, I went through the whole pregnancy by myself. Ain't nobody going me to no appointments, no baby shower, no gender reveal. When my water broke, I got us to the hospital and from the hospital. And I can go on and on about my baby daddy. F my baby dad. F my baby dad. But I slept with him. So what kind of woman did that make me? A crazy motherfucker. Okay? You way too beautiful, way too smart, way too intelligent to be going through something like that. So live your soft girl life. Ain't nothing wrong with saying you too good to be a baby mama. You right. Because us strong black women not strong because we choose to be. We strong because we have to be.
I really feel for people that really don't have like a real strong village. Like, this shit is not fucking easy. Like, it's hard enough motherfuckers gotta work every fucking day. But to have a child, and then you gotta work, and then you gotta just stay afloat, like, I can't make this up. Like, whoever that has no children, please. And if you want some, please stop the want. Because that shit gets so out of pocket sometimes to the point where it's just like, why, like, I don't know how y'all gonna come to me about this, but it's just like, why couldn't I be the woman that couldn't have kids? Because if I would have knew that my journey was gonna be like this, I would have just rather wanted than to have. Like, this shit ain't cool. Like, at times, like, and then when you single, it's so disgusting. Like, why? I just don't understand why men just be out here dropping these kids off on women, and then y'all just think that we supposed to just do it all, like fucking all, like. It's just not cool, man. Like, for real. I fucking hate it here. I fucking hate it here. Like, I really wish that I couldn't have did it. Like,
okay, can I explain something? Now this is really, I'm going to be aggressive because nobody wants to hear this, because what you want me to say today is actually being a single mother is totally possible. It actually isn't. You know that? It's not, it was never meant to happen for the human race, number one. Number two, single biggest determiner of whether a mother is a good mother, what do you think it is? Whether they have a supportive partner. So the major argument for good dads is actually, can the dad be there for the mom? What you see is that if you've got a father figure, basically, who's supportive to the mother's energy goes towards the children. But the second that she doesn't have that supportive energy, she collapses, and then the kids get starved. So and we're not actually supposed to be living in a single family household, so it's supposed to be a lot more support towards mom than just dad. But I'm going with standard societal structure. You are a victim of a society that was never meant to work this way. You are not meant to, and no children are meant to actually grow up in a single family home, much less a broken home.
Men not understanding what it means to be a single mom.
Men don't need to understand what it's like to be a single mom because men don't need to empathize with your decisions that you made in your life. The truth is, nobody has to understand you. It's your job to communicate to people what your lifestyle is. And if they understand you, great. If they don't, that's just what it is. I am tired of people feeling like you need to understand me. You sound like a 15-year-old arguing with your parents. What I respectfully do understand is that you liked a guy at some point. Maybe he wasn't a good fit for you, but you still liked him anyway because you led with your emotions rather than logic. You got intimate with him and you didn't use protection, which is a choice, by the way. And it's also a choice to use 40 types of contraception, him pulling out, so on and so forth. But you kept the baby. And now you respectfully have to deal with the consequences of your actions. Men don't need to understand this. And I do think that everyone should take everyone on creative dates. But one thing that's realistic is that those guys are going to go for the girl that does not have kids, that's going to stay a little bit later, that has a more free schedule, and that's going to settle for the dinner and drinks, rather than you that's putting the bar up higher when you're dealing with consequences of your actions.
So the key takeaways from here is that Ebony K is in for a rude awakening. You know, I hope that her delivery is safe. I hope everything goes smooth. I hope the child is healthy. But I know for a fact that that child's going to want to know its dad. Okay, that child's did not sign up to be a donor baby, and she should really take some time and watch these donor baby videos where donors talk about the babies of donors. They talk about how they didn't like this, they didn't want this, they didn't like the idea that their mom's egg was purchased or their dad's sperm was purchased. Right? They feel like they were purchased, like if they're just a pet, and that's an awful feeling to be. The history of your life, right? The foundation of your life was off of an exchange, right? A lot of people prefer that their mom and their dad was in love and that they were born out of love. That narrative is a great narrative for a young woman, a young man. But hey, you sowed your seeds, right? You made your bed, Ebony K, you got to lay in it. And I hope the testimony from women prior in this video will show you that it's not easy being a single mom. Okay, even if you have money, even if you have resources, it's not easy because everything is on you and that child needs a lot. And if you had a supportive partner around you taking care of your needs, you wouldn't feel like you need a break from your child because that's what she's going to feel. I think she's going to start saying, damn, I really wish I had a man to go along with this. And she's going to probably start dating again. And she's going to realize that now she's less desirable in the dating market as a single mom. Now she has to date as a single mom. Right, so when she meets guys, and I have a feeling Ebony K still's gonna want to be married, still's gonna want to be a man, but she wanted a child without a family, and now she's gonna want Sierra's prayer, where some man come save me. You know, she's gonna want to find her Russell Wilson. It's gonna be unlikely, but I'm wishing her the best. And women, my advice for y'all: do your best to avoid women like this. They will steer you into a wall. You're going to crash hard, okay? You're going to be a crash test dummy, just like Ebony K. So, I don't know. Best of luck, okay? But I thought this topic was significant enough to do a video at this length, so I hope you really enjoyed it. Other than that, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Channel's blowing up. I appreciate you guys. I also do a live stream on Sundays and Thursdays. Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please join me. It's a live show. I let people call in. We have discussions like this on live. Also, check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you guys over there.